Sound check. Test. Mic. Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. So yesterday I was doing some testing, so I was not able to do some. I was planning to do a stream yesterday, but I'm also doing some chores, so I was not able to. I was going back and forth playing, and was kind of busy yesterday, and I did some improvement on the blight, and there was another build. There is another build that I have created, which is I'm planning to play on the live season, and I was doing some testing to ensure that this build is still viable, and I will explain. And before I start continue on playing with the PTR, so basically for me this will be my last opportunity to play on the PTR, and before I start continue on testing, I would like to record a video, and let me pull out some items here. Let's equip. Right. Equip. Let's go to the den. Let me grab my Let me put this in. Remove this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Let me grab. Where's the air perdition? Grandfather, increase your critical strike damage by 120%. What else? Damage reduction. Okay. Probably I'll grab this one, and I think that's it. Alright. I think the video still took a little bit longer than I expected, but probably I'm just gonna... So yeah. So, do you agree with what I have regarding the mythic item? So, I think that's how the mythic item should be. But anyway, so I think 2 days ago I was able to build up the blight, and I was able to I've been trying to clear the pit, and it was already doing well. And then yesterday I was doing some update and trying to improve the setup. So basically the best one for the blight is not the cold version, but the piercing darkness. And upon checking with our stats, and yesterday on my previous stream, because I'm trying to find a better pants, because the Blood Moon Breaches is not going to work on our blight, because the blight is not crit, because the damage over time doesn't crit. So I added just a regular ancestral pants here, and upon checking, I found this item. Your damage over time grants you 1.5 damage reduction for 2 seconds, and this one stacks up to 30 times. This one can be easily stacked, and our damage reduction on top of, in addition to the Glint's Anvil, we now have a total of 71% damage reduction. This is excluding the our other damage reduction from our glyph, and our I think including our Paragon board. So this one is very tanky while doing some decent amount of damage. And let's see on the Pit 100, and I changed the glyph from Garb because we're not doing any critical strikes, so I replace it with Foul Rune so that we can freeze also the enemies. So that will also add some benefit through the Bloodless Scream. And I'm still excited to I hope I didn't accidentally change amplify damage, crushing, yep, decay. This and there's poison. I thought you said you're tanky. Give me a second. Monkey, eh?
You know where to find me.
Well, I hope I didn't change my Paragon board. I think... Because I'm not gaining my fortification, and then I feel I'm getting scammed here. I think it's still ideal to use the not the exploiter, probably just the blood boiling. Just the reason why I like the blood boiling because of it's just I will need to keep on casting the why I don't have the fortified. The ferocity. Ferocity is okay. I think it should have been blood boiling and then iron golem. I'm losing my ferocity. Back to iron. This one is blood boiling. Okie dokie. Let's go. Blood boiling. I wonder why is it suddenly I'm losing my essence. Why I cannot... I wonder if what are 15 still the same, 25. Ah, chance. 35. Still the same. But this one, it increases the days effect. It doesn't increase the resource. At least that makes it 4. Now let's do it again. I feel like the Tal rune is making the build counterproductive because we want to build up the defiled area damage stacking to the enemies before they get frozen, not they get frozen and then we are stacking the damage over time, because what happened is we're losing the damage as the damage over time starts to stack. I'm thinking, what is the best ritual rune here that we can use? Vortex. Or we can invoke the Teb rune. This is the only part that I hate, is that somehow when the enemies are pulled to us, like we are getting cornered and being surrounded to the point that because we don't have bonus to unhindered. Basically, we're still tanky. Once we have all of the our resolve and the disobedience buff, where should we go? I'm thinking if I have to use the Tibolt's Will though. Tibolt's Will and then not the Godslayer crown. I hope I didn't change some of the affixes here. I still have the code. Damage over time, damage over time. And there are still some instances that we can still kill. We can still mitigate the damage impact of the Val Lunatic. We look at how we deal damage to the boss also. If Teb is there, we can apply the Decrepify. Can we try bringing the Exploiter again? Because through applying the Iron Maiden, we have a chance to get a overpower when we hit an enemy afflicted by the Iron Maiden. See, now we're getting the Iron Maiden even though we don't have the blood boiling. So now we have an additional damage when after the freezing, then they become unstoppable. So we now have an additional 50% damage to them. And then when we freeze them, then we give them an additional 50% duration on the freezing, which makes the damage of the Bloodless Scream to our damage over time more potent. Ooh, that was close. I think one more hit of that of the same executioner sword, we're gonna die. Yep, so far damage is now much more better. I don't know if I have explained the why I'm casting the Iron Maiden, because we don't have any other reliable source to apply the curse. Right now we don't have the Blood Moon Breaches to apply the curse to the enemies. And even though if we have the Blood Moon Breaches, since we have only a very few minions with us, so the chance for us to for our minions to apply the curse is less frequent. Unlike if I'm going to manually cast it, then 100% the enemies are getting the effect of what am I saying? So that the we can manually so by manually casting the curse, we can immediately apply the curse right away to the enemy. Like to proc the cooldown reduction, the resolve stacks. At least I don't have to keep on casting the warriors. I don't have to worry about, oh, I need to cast the warriors for the resolve. So all I need to do is just cast the Iron Maiden, and then now we can auto cast the Decrepify, and then we can auto cast from the Tebrun the Iron Maiden. So those two will now provide a chance for us to build up the overpower and um, resolve stacks. The only deal with this build is that the enemies must not move inside our defiled area, so that as we keep on casting our skill, we build up the defiled area on the floor. Therefore, we are going to deal more damage to the enemy. See, basically, we can sustain the damage of the the earthquake. At least we're not getting one shot. We're not getting insta kill. I think we're almost done. Are you guys not enough? What? Too short? Man. What is the purpose of the Reapers? Nothing, just multiplier damage. This one, probably let's sacrifice him for, considering that we are what are we using? Crushing. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to update the build planner. So I have also created a prepared the build planner for this one yesterday. But based on what I'm seeing here, are we getting the the only purpose now of the golem here is, well, somehow why? When I sacrifice the golem, somehow or is it I'm attacking so fast that that my resource regeneration cannot keep up? How much did we? How long did we complete the previous run? Like 6 minutes. We are freezing the enemy so fast. It should be defiled area build up first, and then for trash mobs it's okay. See, as we keep on casting the defiled area while they are standing there, the can I cast the Soul Rift more frequently? I think I need attack speed here, attack speed, and then resource. Well, basically those are correct, like resource cost reduction and then attack speed. I think the setup here would be the Ring of the Starless Skies. How are we doing, boys? I'm just kind of intrigued. Why am I losing my essence? 18%, 18 per second. I have one here. 18, 5, 5. I have 165, 265 of that. We're a little bit slow on this one. Yeah, just don't move. How about we go with Thibault's will? Nagu and let's replace the hardened bones with disobedience. Let's see. But if we want to pull the enemies, we can use the what's that? Corpse tendril. how about let's use the pulling capability of the Iron Golem. I mean, I miss the pulling effect of the God Slayer. There's another one here. This is just we're here to test this. We can do better than that. One more. Oops. Actually, the warriors are... their only purpose is just for vulnerable, and then... Guys! I see what you did. I mean, the only purpose of the Bone Storm is just to increase our attack speed. What if we use both? My only concern is if I'm going to lose that damage reduction. That's my only concern. I mean, that's a huge loss. If I'm going to use the God Slayer Crown and Identity Bolts, I'm going to lose. Sometimes even with our damage reduction, we are still gonna get hit by big amount of damage. So what more if we're going to lose it? That's my only concern. I think we can still go with the God Slayer crown. The thing is, we will need the Ring of the Starry Skies. before single target. I'm thinking if I should go with... There's a utility for attack speed, like adding more ferocity, but I believe that is not a utility, but I think here the one that we need here is I really want that pulling effect though. Increase damage. Increase damage. If I'm going to use the sacrificial aspect here, this one is like this one have very good multiplier damage. If I'm going to use the 80% in bonus for the sacrificial, from the sacrificial aspect, the only multiplier damage that it will only add is 12% on the warriors and then 12% on the mages, and then that's it. And I guess I could have more multiplier damage. This is the one I'm talking about. Spending your primary resource reduces your resource cost by 50%. Probably we're losing 10%, like example here 10%, but so that we can swap instead of the boats, we can go with disobedience. Okay, one more. Yeah, the Godslayer crown really helps on killing the enemies more efficiently because the blight area has a very small radius. Increased damage, blight size. Of course we want damage, right? Where's the poison? course, we're looking for efficiency. Actually, if we want more survivability, we can go with more life with the blood golem instead of attack speed. Remember the that fire thingy on the ground? I'm always getting one hit by that mechanic on the live season, right? So here we are. We can sustain the damage because of our defensive mechanic combo. Probably the only thing that could kill us, maybe the reprisal. I think this is it. Like, we can do a combination of Tibolt's Will and Godslayer Crown. I think this is reprisal. Yep. Man, that was close. And take note, we have a 4-second daze. That's another good thing. Why you guys are not taking any damage? That's cheating. Boss time. Don't move, don't move. Just stay there. Ching, 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 ching. Alright, I think this is it. Let's update our... Though I don't have the build planner yet for the... But I'll do it probably when I have the chance. So Seer, not tall, but we're going to use the tab. And then Godslayer Crown, and then here is Tibolt's Will. And then I don't think we still need the... What was that? I don't think we still need the... What is my armor, by the way? Give me a second. Let's go to the training grounds to see what is our actual armor. Probably we are overcapping our armor. Maybe we can invest more on the life. And speaking of life, we can sacrifice the life of the blood golem to give us more life. What? That's it? 20% is only 3k? Ooh. My armor is only 17k. Okay. I think I should go with the armor. Sorry, with the life. Do I have armor here? Life. Maybe 2 armor and a life. So Godslayer crown. So this is okay. For the sacrifice, this is correct. This is correct. And then here we go with life. And then probably I'm just gonna update these notes right here when I have the chance. Maximum life. Probably. Then this one is okay. Life, armor. Did I say double armor? Armor. Okay, yeah, double armor, and then armor, life, max life here. I think that's it. Same thing with attack speed, damage multiplier, resource cost reduction. Probably we can go with the resource cost reduction here. This is much more easier to do like this, or I think vice versa. My only concern is probably we can still roll and enchant for the attack speed, and the intelligence is not that hard to roll. And then resource cost reduction. I think that's doable. Damage overpower weapon damage. I think this is and then skill tree is this. Maximize this one. Where did my points go? Probably let's do this one for the blood orbs. I think that's the one I'm using. I think it's kind of helpful that when we spawn the blood orbs, it gives us more. Is it? Do I have one here? Where did all my points go? Here. You know what? I think I'll go with this one so that we can move. Is this the one that has the unhindered? Yeah, you are unhindered. And then we can still get a multiplier damage here. I think this one is okay. Do I still need ferocity? Ferocity is still okay. It's just the attack speed, right? But we're not really getting that benefit anymore. Yeah, we're getting the attack speed. We're also getting the damage reduction. But what do you think? I think I'm okay with this one. More survivability. I think that's okay because we can get this just in case on tougher fights. We're only going to use the Bone Storm for damage or barrier. Because we can also get this one. How come I managed to maximize this? Can I go back here quickly? Where did my points go? Or maybe because this is only 10? 7, 1. This is max. Corpse explosion. No, this is weird. How come I have 3 here, 15 here? How come I have 15 here? Because on the planner, I have only... Yeah, 3 here. 100% I have maximized this one. 15, 15, 1. Correct. See, I don't even have... Oh! But still, how come... Oh, shoot. Max 1. Max 1. And then 1 here. This is not max. This is weird. I hope I didn't max any skill here, but if I did, then it should be glowing. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but what else did I change? Only the default's wheel aspect of decay. I think this is okay. And I'm almost done with the stream. I haven't played the last build. So okay, I think this is also updated. Amplify, Wither, Abyssal, Amplify, Abyssal, Undaunted on Design of Death, and then Darkness in Bloodbath, and then Dominate in Frailty. Okay, well, good. On to our final project. Sublight, override, save this. So just a an explanation on how the oh, I think I should have. So I've been doing some some testing, and so the upgrade that I'm choosing for the Bone Spirit is the multiplier damage based on the amount of essence consumed, so that it will give a multiplier damage. My only problem here when I cast the skill, so the resource generation, I tried to use the blood the Devote's Will, but because of the Blood Moon breaches that gives us a huge multiplier damage of this as a mythic version, this one still outperforms the Devote's Will. The only concern here is the resource generation, especially during single target combat. It's just we can still cast the skill, but we lose a large amount of essence to let the Bone Spirit consume to increase its damage. That's the only problem. And what I did, same thing how I build up the Singularity Bone Mages, I'm using the Requiem to increase our maximum resource. So that will increase our damage. Our only concern here is to increase the resource generation. And this is where the Skeleton Mages is going to help us. I don't have a darkness skill. This is a core skill. I'm thinking this is not a bone. Bone Spirit is also a core skill. We can focus on core skill so that the Skeleton Mage can get the benefit on getting the ranks in order because the more that we increase the rank, you can see the essence regeneration, it decreases the more ranks the Skeletal Mage have. So right now we have 3, so we have a total of essence regeneration of 165 times 3. But even though we have essence regeneration here, oh sorry, nothing here. What else? Here, essence regeneration here, essence regeneration here. It's still not enough. It's still not enough. There is one. Let me play this one first. So, I feel like the Grave Walker is not also working. As you can see, where is our resource generation? Essence regeneration of 258. This one has a 12% resource generation. If I remove this one, you can see how much... Oh, sorry, this is Torment. If you remove this, you can see how much the essence regeneration is affecting the regeneration. Basically, the generation is like increasing the amount of the resource we are generating. I thought that the essence generation is only for like essence on kill or not a resource resource per second. I thought any instant resource is only going to affect, those are the only thing that the essence generation is going to give benefit to. I didn't realize that the essence generation is also basically, it's like a scaling factor to increase your essence regeneration, including your instant essence gain. Essence gain is a good example is Potent Blood. You gain instant resource of that lump sum amount. I thought that is the only resource that the essence generation is only providing. I didn't realize until when I was playing this yesterday that the essence generation increases the including the essence regeneration. So if I will unequip this one, 258 unequip, so this one has your essence generation is increased by 52%. See this one? It didn't change. 258 equip. But the essence generation changes. See? It doesn't change. Does it change? 258 still the same. So see, during single combat, we starts to struggle on generating resource. but we can cast the Bone Spirit continuously. And now with this the Astral upgrade, the Bone Spirit now circles around us, hitting the enemies, and they don't disappear until they get out at a certain radius. So they circle around you and then they spiral outward. See, it goes out, 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 until I think it reach on this distance, then it will disappear. Now, if you notice here, I use the rapid ossification. Rapid ossification, right now my Bone Storm is at rank 17. It now gives a total of 41%. The upgrade, this one, it also scales and increases based on the amount of ranks that the Bone Spirit have. So right now 41, we remove one rank. 40, one more, 38, 36. So it increases. And take note, at this point, this one provides 41% critical strike chance and cast speed. Right now, I have added a bit of critical strike chance here so that at least I can reach around 40. What is my critical strike chance now? 39.5. I have Garun here. That will add 10%, so now it is 49.5. Casting the Bone Storm, it is now 80. Then add the Garun here, this is now 90%. See? Critical strike chance at now 100%. Now, with that, all of our critical strike damage here is now at 100% of their multiplicative value, efficiency. So let me show you how good this build is. Even though with the changes on the overpower and our I think even though the overpower has been reduced, so we're using these this vengeful sinew. Is that how you pronounce it? Sinew or sinew? Vengeful sinew. And then we still have the Glint's Anvil here. I'm thinking, since I'm using the mages here and shadow, maybe can we apply? And I'm using the Bone Weaver. I'm thinking maybe, is there any so we have Ferocity, we have Resolve, we have Overpower stack, so we are good, even though without casting our minions. Okay. If I will equip, because this is much more efficient and it has more damage reduction though. The Disobedience. The only question here is, are we applying damage? No one. That's the only thing. But we can stack Resolve. Probably we are still okay. Glyn. I don't want to use the well, I can swap with this one, right? But this one, now we're getting the barrier. And take note, when we increase our attack speed, our minions also increase the attack speed. So those mages are giving a barrier to us, so it will add more barrier on top of our barrier. Okay, let's quickly do one pit run just to show how good this build is. And I'm using shield because I need again damage reduction, because we have Vengeful Sinew here and then we have Blood Moon Breaches, so we don't have any more armor that we can place an additional damage reduction. At least I have an additional damage reduction here, so we just need to be cautious on dealing with enemies. So now we are critting 400%. Melt like butter. Melt like butter. And the good thing here is with the rapid ossification, take note with the with the rapid ossification, okay. The bone golem here is also a bone skill that we can reduce its cooldown very quickly. For multiple enemies, it's okay. Where is the T-Bolt? Are you here? Let's try. Because our damage is also coming from our maximum resource. If we can really increase our maybe. I think when you are playing this build, just try to avoid with my setup. I think it's ideal to disable the combat text so that you can really see what's happening on the screen because of because there's a lot of bone spirit also happened and the explosion from the bone spirit. You don't know where, like this one. This you can see there's a reprisal already. Reprisal. But no problem. No problem. Oh, speaking of even though we have 12 minions here, I really find that I need to really cast the curse to the enemies. There are some instances that we are still not inflicting the curse to the enemies. So I noticed that when manually casting the curse to the enemies, there is a significant difference wherein I can see the damage. There's a difference in terms of damage output when I manually cast the curse to the enemies. But right now we don't have to worry about that because we're not using the what's that? The Blood Moon Breaches. Probably with this setup, maybe we can use the Reaper for mobility. Melt like butter. Melt like butter. And speaking of attack speed with our warriors, they will also help on generating corpse explosion. Why you're still there? Oh my god, I cannot see what's happening on the screen. Reprisal! Reprisal! Oh, I found a weakness on the reprisal. You just need to have a very good movement speed. What I have noticed is that you can outmaneuver that reprisal when you need to be close to the elite and then watch the health of the boss. Uh, So to outmaneuver the reprisal, what I have found is that, for example, this is the elite. Like imagine the golem is the elite. If you notice what I did a while ago, I'm casting the skill as I try to circle him around. As long as all of the elites, usually especially the magic elites, because there's three of them, if they are scattered around, so that will be a problem. So because you cannot outmaneuver them because the other two is if you're circling on the other one, the other two will try to throw they will also throw their own whatever element that they are dealing. So if you try to cast and then try to circle around, so basically they will throw here because it's close, so it will land here, then you move now here, then it will land here, then you have already passed the first hit, then it will throw again, then you're now here, and then you're here, then you're here. So that's what I have noticed, that how to outmaneuver whenever you, I think you will know if it's a reprisal when you see your health depletes right away. And then when you see, like, if there's like rocks or like a stone-like thing throwing in the air, probably that's the one. Okay, let's compare the other two. Even though this one is, we're going to lose some of our resource, but I believe the Blood Moon breaches because of that high damage multiplier. We're talking about 20% against what's that, 20% against 78. That's 58% increase in damage. And of course, executioner sword. So what I like about this build is that the skill that we are using on our build, I like the incorporating the bone golem here because he will provide the taunt, and then because we are using the rapid ossification, and then bone golem is also a bone, so we can recast his skill more often. Oh shoot. So yeah, those are your only concern, like explosion, especially when you don't see them on your screen. It's good to have the Godslayer crown here, but we can't because of we're going to lose a lot of our damage reduction. I didn't check how long did we complete the pit a while ago. Ooh, what? What? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Oh, this is war. Where are the elites? Single target. It's fun, right? um, how about this? Deluge. Overpower stacks increases your primary resource by 8 and regeneration by 2. If we have 16, I know we're going to lose our essence, but I would say if we can regain our resource very quickly, then we can fully get the maximum benefit from how much is our overpower stacks? 3, 4, 5, 6, 986, 220, I feel like the Requiem, I feel like even though we have a very high pool and based on our essence regeneration, I think we can still on large packs of enemies. I think we can gain our resource very quickly. Or sometimes You know, we don't know if the type of monsters that we are dealing, is it weaker on this run. The next time around, it's going to be much more stronger. Okay, after this, I'm gonna do one more run just to make sure that I have the observation that I need. 3 minutes, around 60%. Golem is still a good crowd control through his taunt. So when we cast his taunt, so the enemy will walk towards him because of his taunt. So basically, we are pulling the enemies together. I almost died on the sword. So basically, the Torment, the Requiem, the Rapid Ossification, they really work. They really synergize us with each other because we're all using the bone skill. So we are really utilizing the you want more round? One more round? I even tried this with the Undercrown, but no. Even though you have so many minions, unless you have, maybe we can use the Underground so that we will have more minions. But the I think this deluge is going to be okay if you're going to, if the amount of overpower stacks we can still have, like how we are having them on the season 13. I think this one is still it's more better, the Requiem. I think Blood Moon Breaches is still better here. And you know, another thing, what if this silly Grave Walker is not really working? That's my also concern. Well, we're gonna test this on the actual season and let's see how it goes. If maybe if the grave worker is really working for this build, then we can get that advantage of gaining more essence regeneration. What? I think the fire explosion of that silly elite. Who is that? Ah, of course. See how I did there? We're just gonna circle around, and then you will be able to outmaneuver that reprisal. What? Reprisal. Reprisal. Circle, circle, circle. Woo! Panic, panic. But it's hard to circle around when there is fallen lunatics as well. Those vile, silly lunatics. Because we are our attack speed, I believe it's almost 80%. So if our resource is only happening every second, so we are really have this 1 second that we are almost very low on resource. Why? Okay, I think I'm almost done for the day. So I'll be back on the live season tomorrow because tomorrow, by the time I'll be streaming tomorrow, the PTR is already over, and I need to uninstall this PTR and then install the live season, the live game. Um, as I still have to polish the golem build, and I'm planning to play the Blight also on the live season, and then even this build also. And before I end the stream, so that I have the data I need, I'm going to try again the Tibolt's Will one more time. Okay, one more time. Let's repair our gear and then Tibolt's Will. Where are you?
That is a scary craftsmanship.
You know what I'm thinking here? What if we use Tibolt's Will instead of Red Blessing? I think we're going to lose a lot of additive damage. Maybe, right? Instead of maybe maybe instead of overpower stack here, maybe damage to critical strike damage. I thought it's already gone. I really had the suspicion that the gravekeeper's walker is not working.
Step up to my anvil.
Suddenly, I noticed that I'm losing damage. For some reason. I was getting scammed here. Any gloves with damage, amplified damage, vulnerable damage for overpower stack. Hellbent Commander. Accelerating damage for overpower stack. Haven't I used a gloves for this build before? Well, since this is our last day, let's Is that amplify? Wrong gloves.
The stars align.
Though I can really see the difference between the damage output. Like it's a little bit different. I'm not gaining overpower stacks. I'm getting blocked by the enemies. I already see that it's a reprisal. Come on, do it again. I noticed the so if I will use this one, let's see. Yeah, I was able to kill one enemy. One another mechanic is that I don't know what is the affix of that enemy. The ice orb. It follows you around. This is a reprisal, that one over there. Seriously, you're being spawned here. My goodness. Come here. Come here. Are you afraid? Damn those 3 elites. Maybe the Grave Walker is still working. It's just the stats on our character sheet. It looks like it's not working, but it does. I also see a now I'm using the Thibault's wheel. I see a difference in damage output when we have the Grave Walker, because a while ago when I started playing the Thibault's wheel I'm using a an ancestral gloves. What? How far is the respawn when when you die? Like, can we just respawn somewhere here? Okay, let's start over again. If this is successful, then this will be my last run for tonight. I just need the a comparisons. Hopefully it's, you know, without death, so that we can really see the total run duration when we kill the enemies. Of course, that should be accounted, because that will also includes the survivability of how good the survivability of our build, right? If we are dying a lot, we're doing gazillions of damage, but we are basically getting killed by even by the trash monsters, then it's going to slow us down. Yeah, the Grave Walker gloves is doing its job. Is it because of the huge multiplier damage on the critical strike? Maybe. War! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Hey! Why does the enemies needs to block our path? Come on.
Curse this place.
Then we need Watt Rune instead of Deb Rune if we are casting the Iron Maiden, then we need Watt Rune on. Oh, we're not using Watt Rune, isn't it? What the heck is... What the heck what map is this? So many corridors back here and there. Huh? Reprisal, eh? See? I told you. Almost done. What the heck? What? Where did you come from? No one. $9.53. So that is 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay. One more. Let's use the Blood Moon Breaches. Let's repair just in case. Okay. Last run, hopefully. There are instances that I almost died though. The Executioner Sword. Anyway. Ooh, someone is serious. Someone is serious on the run.
Curse this place. I'm being followed.
Oh, sword! Oh, another one! What the heck? Boo! Oops. Shoot. This is going to be biased because I have the protection. But I can really see the potency of the damage with the Blood Moon breaches, even though we're not we don't have that 50% essence regeneration. It's still the I can really see how quickly this setup is killing the elites based on how fast it kills the elites. See? Oof! Shoot! Damn! I think it's almost similar. It's almost the same. Or not. I think I got behind by around 20 seconds probably if I didn't die. with regards to like killing the enemies. And I think because of we are generating resources when we are hitting a lot of enemies because of the effect of the charm that we are getting. We are doing this bone shards, spraying out bone shards in all direction, gaining 3 essence per enemy hit. So we are gaining our resource very quickly, and with the potency of our bloodwind breaches, so we're doing this good amount of damage. But I think during single target, I see the efficiency of the T-Bolt's will. Probably you can do like swap T-Bolt's will during single target, and then during boss fights, probably T-Bolt's will be much more efficient. So, but anyway, that was fun. So I'm gonna play this on live season until once I have probably finished with the golem, and I'm still planning to play the blight and see how it goes. And so yeah, and then I think this is my last day for the PTR for me. So we're just gonna wait for the final patch notes, and hopefully, and again, hopefully they do much more better with those mythics. And yeah, and we'll just hope for what will be the an upgrade and probably some updates on our items and skills on the final patch notes. So yeah, so tomorrow I'll be back playing on the live season, which is the season 13. So we're just gonna continue. I still haven't finished with our golem build. So yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.